Hey, greetings everybody. I want to welcome you here to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So we're here on Monday night for the Look Back at a Classic Rock Album show I do every Monday night, in which I choose an album that is at least 15 years of age and is a classic to me, which means it's at least a high level 2, level 1 masterpiece album. There's lots of them, but this one, I had actually originally owned this on vinyl. Then I got it on cassette. I had it on CD briefly, but it wasn't that great of a CD, so I did, and I just bought it again. I've seen it around a few times. I just keep forgetting to go back and get it, and I went back and got it. This is a great album by ACDC, Let There Be Rock. Probably, I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is probably my favorite Bon Scott era album. And, you know, it's over the last few years, it's pushing. It could be my favorite ACDC album even. It's got so much energy. The songs are all really memorable. This picture I love of them on stage. It's almost like they're in the clouds and the people are grappling on at the edge of the stage so they could just see the show. I don't think there's any truth to that. But, however, I love this album. To me, just such a great album. And, you know, it was released on January 23rd, 1977. Was recorded at the Albert Studios in Sydney, Australia. I don't remember the length. I forgot to write it down. I think it was like 37 minutes. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it was in that range. Most of their albums fall within that range. This one is killer. Every track on it's fantastic. Label it was on was ACło. And there you can see that right there on the album cover, ACło Records. Produced by none other than Vonda and Young. George Young back at it again, right? Some real rockin' albums. These albums, you know, people often try to tell me that AC/DC is a heavy metal band, but to me they're a rock and roll band first. A heavy rock and roll band, but still a rock and roll band. So you have in the band, of course, is your classic lineup. Well, pretty much close to classic. No Cliff Williams yet, but he's getting there. So you've got Malcolm Young on rhythm guitar, Angus Young on lead guitar, Bon Scott on vocals, Phil Rudd on drums, and Mark Evans taking up the bass. So this is such a good album, man. Just every track on here is killer. I love. This is the one AC/DC album for me that I can listen to every track and I don't feel any letdown. So Go Down, which is the first track on side 1, is a heavy hitter right out of the box. Really solid song. Just such a classic, such a typical AC/DC song from this era. And then you got Dog Eat Dog, which to me is one of the great AC/DC songs. Probably in my top 10 favorite AC/DC songs. You know, you could go back and look at my video. Maybe it's not on there, but it should be. It would be now if I was doing it for sure. I love that line, dog eat dog and he eat cat too. Yeah, really typical AC/DC lyrics, right? Then you got Let There Be Rock, really heavy, smashing song. You know, just a type of song that you would absolutely expect to be coming out of AC/DC. Bad Boy Boogie, this one's a little bit different, but I still like it a lot. Really kind of reminds me of Bon Scott a lot when I hear the song. And then you got Problem Child, which, you know, was maybe my theme song as a child. Yeah, definitely was the one my parents would be singing for me anyways. Overdose, I Overdosed on You. Yeah, such a classic, heavy song, but so memorable as well. Hell Ain't No Bad Place to Be. This is almost like an anthemic song, so anthem. You know, this is a fist punching song, is what it is, and the fact that it's the seventh song on this album, and it's in front of six other great ones is great. And then you got, without a doubt to me, the best song on the album, the most memorable song on the album, and one of the great iconic songs in ACDC's discography, Whole Lot of Rosie. I'm sure that this album, like much of ACDC's album, will take a lot of blows from the modern progressive people who like that political correctness and like to attack things from 30, 40 years ago and apply today's standards to it. But you'll have to excuse me. I'm still getting over this. I think I'm over the cold, but I'm not over the hack, Anyways, great rock album. If you're starting out and you decided you wanted, people have recommended getting into ACDC, you should try them. And you're not sure where to start, this is as good a place as any. You won't go wrong starting with this album. Absolutely killer, and I love it. So anyways, there you have it. So for damn, I'm really falling apart here. So for this week, that's my look back at a classic rock album, ACDC's Let There Be Rock from 1977. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons. It's much appreciated. If you want to make a comment about the album, if there's some little trivia part that you think people would like to know, you can put that down there. What's your favorite track on it? Mine's Whole Lot of Rosie, but I could choose any one of the other 7 and I wouldn't be wrong. And don't forget to hit that notification bell, because that'll give you a warning when the next video is coming out. Sorry, still having a hard time remembering what I'm talking about sometimes. Just having a clogged head is not fun, trust me. Anyways, I hope you have a good week, and that we get to see you again during the week, and for next week's look back at a classic rock album, where I'll have picked another album that I think is substantial. So take care and have yourself a good evening. Goodbye.